All right, Terrence Ross is now up for the East.
I guess there's no Raptor point guards available.
Oh!
Have you seen Garnett's reaction before?
I didn't see it until I watched his video.
And when did you start doing that one?
Actually, DeMar. I had to give credit to DeMar for this.
At what moment did Drake give you his chains?
And literally, right when I finished, he ran over there and gave me the chains.
Did you get to keep them?
Nah. He took them right back.
That was another one of my mentors and great friends, Cabby, kicking it with Terrence Ross of the Toronto Raptors. They've got a special reliving Terrence's experience at the All-Star Dunk Competition. That's airing in TSN, so make sure you check your local listings. And, of course, we'll have all the content for you. We'll even throw some stuff up on Raptors.com. But right now, back to the gentleman we have here. Let's talk about this All-Star festivity. Terrence will be in the dunk-off. We're all super excited for that. No Kyle Korver in the three-point competition, the most efficient three-point shooter in the NBA right now. Is that disappointing for any of you if you're going to watch the three-point shot?
Definitely. If you have the best in the game, he's supposed to be there to represent. He's got to, that's when I was coming up watching the NBA, and that was one of my biggest things. The All-Star event, I wanted to watch the dunk-off, Larry Bird in the three-point shootouts. You wanted to watch the best of the best do those competitions. So, yeah, I'm disappointed.
I'd like to see Steve Novak in that, too, but I know they also factor playing time and minutes and numbers, but I think he would probably win it. Another guy that's been invited to participate in every single All-Star event that NBA players can participate in is Paul George. Paul George having a great season off court, maybe not so much. I'll keep that off the record.
It's a family show.
It's a family show. But let's talk about what we can talk about, which is he's sitting on the fence, most likely to refuse playing in all these. How does the NBA motivate their superstars to participate in all-star festivities? Because, if you don't have all-stars in them, they're just festivities.
This makes sense.
It's a catch-22, right? You, as a player, you want to get the exposure, but you also have to look at, how much more strain that's going to put on you. The seasons are long. You want to make the playoffs. You want to do
those guys are dunking in the gym and practice for fun, man.
Yeah, it's true, but the more
probably
you
not
do
the
those
superstars
things,
though.
Yeah, the more you do those things.
Yeah, I've seen LeBron throw down some dunks in practice. Back in the day, for me, Jordan taking off from the foul line. Yeah. Those are just legendary moments in the NBA. And you have a chance, if you're not on a team that's winning championships, you have a chance to add to your legend by taking part in some of these activities. And you passing, saying, I'm going to sit this one out. I think it's bad for the game, and it's bad for the fans, right? Because the reason you're making that money, the reason that you're there is because we're watching you. So give us something, too. And All-Star Weekend is for the fans. And you guys sitting down. No, I think they should take part. You can't force them to take part, but, it's all about the money.
The journeyman, you're right. The journeyman, it should be no question. Get in there and expose yourself out there and give back to the people. Some of the high caliber ones, they're not going to want to do it because their brands are already there. Like LeBron, if he loses it, they're going to label him a loser. You know what I mean?
Well, it's all about the love, man. It's for the love of the sport.
Yeah.
If you love the sport, that's a part of the game. You gotta participate in those kind of events.
My beef is that the best moments I see with a lot of these players nowadays happen in commercials. I want to see them happen in real life. Stop staging these things. Come to the dunk-off, come to the three-point shootout, and shut this thing down. Now, let's talk about something else for a second. Andrew Bynum, okay, you can't teach height. Height is one of the most valuable commodities in the NBA. The Philadelphia 76ers paid this guy millions of dollars to stay in a hotel. Okay, he walked his way out of the Los Angeles Lakers, one of the most storied franchises in all professional sports. Everything went wrong in Cleveland, and now he has joined the Indiana Pacers. He sold Frank Vogel, Larry Bird, and the Pacers owner during a dinner meeting where he said that he would do everything he can to be a good, positive part of this team. Do you believe in the reclamation of Andrew Bynum on team number 4?
I do not. I keep hearing how smart this guy is. He's cerebral. He loves to read all this stuff. The man won't play ball, man. He's got so much natural talent.
Or size, natural size.
No, listen, which is a talent, because he's big. As you said, you can't teach height. But on the court, you see flashes of what you think this guy could be, but there's no consistency. And I think for him, it's just up here. There's something going on where he just does not love this game, and why he just take the money, go retire. Like Larry Bird's a smart guy. That team, they put together some great players on that team. I don't understand that move.
Okay.
I don't get it.
They asked David West and a couple other players about the move, and they straight up said, ask coach. They don't want to talk about it. Will this negatively impact the locker room? Because, David West, the leader, his minutes will be affected, along with Roy Hibbert, along with another guy, Louis Scola, who they brought in the front court to be a contributor.
It could be, because sometimes as a GM and as a team or organization, you overthink things. You know, and I think the play for Bynum was maybe to keep him from, you know, Miami or keep him from any of the other teams that they could potentially face.
Exactly.
It could also be they want him for 6 fouls. I mean, come playoff time. You know,
Will he give it to you?
that's the thing. He's never been one where basketball means everything to you. And if you're playing and it doesn't mean, it's like you know, you're in music right now. Music is your life. That's what everything is for you, right?
You're right, Drew.
You got to
you
put it
gotta
in 100%, 110%.
You're right on it. And another note for me, I think, is one of the problems was I love Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, but he doesn't teach intensity, and that's kind of the knock on him when he was playing. He was also the mentor for young Mr. Bynum in his first years in LA. Moving on, Jordan, you played basketball on the collegiate level, and this is something very interesting going on right now. I have so much respect for this lady. She's done so much for the game. She's a great journalist, writer, coach, player. Nancy Lieberman, coaching in the National Development League for the NBA, the greatest female coach. You know, she's up there with the greatest male-female coach, Gino Ariema.
Hall of Fame player, yeah.
Hall of Fame player. She wants to coach the men in the big show. Jordan is an ex-player. Do you see this happening ever?
Of course. I think it'd be a great thing for the game, for sure.
Okay, it would be a great thing, but do you see players in the next 5 years or so opening up their minds in the locker room to having a female lead a group?
Yeah, she knows what she knows her X's and O's. She knows what she's talking about. That's all it comes down to. So I think for sure, yeah, it'd be great.
Well, the NBA has always been ahead of every other sport in terms of diversity, women referees.
Yes.
You know, those kind of moves, and I think that could be incredible. She's a Hall of Famer. She's coached in the D League. She's an executive now in the D League. I think it would open a lot of doors for women. And you know, you can also flip that. Will we ever see a women player? You never know, like a Brittany Griner. You know? Hey, somebody might take a flyer one day. The NBA has always been at the forefront, and they're going to continue to do that.
I think it could work, but it'd have to be the right fit. She couldn't get a team of knuckleheads because they won't listen, right? You need,
So she's not taking over Woodson in New York.
No, you need to put her on a team that, you know, you have some gentlemen on the team, because I can see some issues coming
Spurs.
up. You know, she could do the Spurs,
Yeah, she could do the Spurs.
Those guys
They're
are
already
working.
trained.
It'd have to be the right fit, but I could see it happening, man.
All right, listen. Much props to Nancy Lieberman, especially during this Black History Month. I want to see this happen because we should be pushing our people forward.
Yeah.
Now, pushing forward are the Brooklyn Nets, and somebody please cut Russell Wilson's hair. Hangout next.